Welcome to another episode of Sharing Well, and in today's episode we have my very good friend, chef from
Buffon avec Ray.
And he's here to cook us some tuns. When I say tuns, just go and take a look at Buffon avec Ray. Today we are eating tuns.
That's the way we like it in the town.
We're going to give you a three-course meal.
Right.
A full three-course meal. Raymond is going to take us through the ingredients for today.
Alright, so we're going to start with the main course. It's just it's a minty vegetable sauce that can take with anything. So we'll probably be taking it with either some sautéed gari and butter, or some couscous, or any carbohydrate that works for you.
It's rice.
Right, and then the starter is we take the inspiration from egg and pepper. So my idea of creating recipes is to take things that are very familiar to our local everyday life and just add a touch of it. So it's just egg and pepper. Literally. So you go but then we just add a bit of a touch. Today I think I'm going to kick it up a notch a bit by adding a bit of plantain with some inspiration from tattoo that kind of thing. Then for the dessert, it was just, so I visited some friends and it just came out of nowhere. It's my Eiffel shape or Eiffel trifle, I like to call it sometimes. So it's very much just mashed cake, but on different layers, so like Eiffels, like Eiffel Tower, that's the inspiration, like different layers of it. And yeah.
So we have our plantains, we have some eggs, we have our spices, which will be listed in the description. We have garlic, ginger, onion, we have some bell peppers, and then we have our mint, tomato puree, more spices, lemon, canned beans, red beans, then some tomatoes, and some pakoshito, and canned veggies, and dates, bananas, blueberries, famous Amos coconut shavings, and toasted nuts for the dessert, and we're good to go.
Alright, so let's begin.
So we're going to start off by chopping up our onions, and then we'll move on to the garlic. Slice them or dice them up into nice sizable portions. We're going to use that to simmer for the sauce. So that's the garlic. And then next is the bell peppers. You want to take out the seeds and then slice and dice them into cubes, I guess. The yellow ones, and then also we have the red ones, and then also the green ones. Chop them up and put them into a bowl, which we'll use later on. So we're going to start with the sauce. Oil, garlic, stir a bit, add your onions, stir a bit and let it simmer in the wok pan. And add your soy sauce to give it extra flavor. And then after it's been on the fire for a while, you add some water and stir and add water periodically for a while. Then you begin to add your spices. And then again, yes, some water, like we mentioned earlier. More spices, salt, let it cook. Then we close it, cover it, and let it cook for a while. Then after about 20 to 10 minutes, we put in the dates and let them cook as well. And then add a tomato paste, stir it a bit. And then next we're gonna have to cover it and then add some more water. So that's some milk, 2 tablespoons of milk. Give it a bit of a stir, add our vegetables. Those are the bell peppers we just added. Then we're going to cover it and then add mint. There's definitely going to be more water added to this, just so that there we go. All the flavors can diffuse into the sauce. There we have it. Some more water again, stir it up a bit. Then we'll cover it and let it sit for a while, let it cook. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of honey, which is unusual, but Buffon avec Ray's specialty. Then we have the red beans as well. I'm gonna add that, incorporate that into the sauce. And then we're good to go. Let it cook for a while. Then we're gonna move on to the dessert, which is Raymond's Eiffel trifle. You're gonna start by cutting up the Fante Kenkey into pieces, which can be blendable pieces. About 2 of those, and then we add a little bit of milk. The measurement is in the description. Add a bit of water as well, the brown sugar. Blend it up. Add some honey for extra taste, because we do want to add extra sugar. So there you go. Now pepper. About 3 teaspoons of pepper, or more if you are willing to be adventurous. So then the first layer of the trifle is in the cup, or the dessert cups, and then we're going to move on to the next one, which is the blueberries and the dates, and a bit of water. Blend, and then put that on top. Then let that sit in the fridge as we make the last layer, which is colored bananas. So it's just a banana smoothie, banana, a bit of milk, and then a little bit of food coloring. We're choosing blue this time around. So then we have bananas and milk. Blend, blue food coloring. Ooh, nice. And then we're gonna top it up and leave it in the fridge to set. Lovely how all the layers are nicely on top. But before that, we're just going to put some toppings on the coconut shavings and then the crushed nuts. Lovely. There we have it. And then next, we're going to move on to the poached egg. Put it in a ramekin and flip it over on a greased pan and hold it close so that it poaches well. If any comes out, just use a knife to cut the edges off like we did. Then next we're going to move on to the tatale. So that's ripe plantain with some paprika, mixed spices, pepper, an egg, a little bit of water, blend till it's well mixed. And now we're going to fry it just like a pancake. Ooh, nice and golden brown. Take that off the skillet and then use a cutter to cut out a circle. Take that circle out and replace it with a poached egg. Nice. Sunny side up egg, not my favorite, but hey. Then we're gonna shape up the edges of that as well to make it look neat. Drizzle with some honey. And the starter is ready. We've got some rice, which is a side for the sauce, which is also ready. And then the dessert is also ready. Voila.
We are done cooking. A few fails here and there, but we finally got something that is edible. So we're first going to start with the starter. So I have aku here, and I have knee here. So they're going to be my tasters. So let's cut straight to the chase. Okay, so So how do you rate it from 1 to 10?
I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
Maybe we should have 2 types. One mountain.
I think I'll give it an 8.
Okay, alright, fine. Yeah, we will go together.
So does it have a special name?
For now, we'll just call it the minty veggie sauce. Minty veggie sauce, alright, so. Have you bitten
Once again.
the dates?
Did you add pepper?
So this one, pepper no. So I decided to like step back on the pepper for this one because the date is very sweet and the mint is also doing too much in there. So the mint naturally, you know, gives that, you know, like, I don't know how to call it, awakens, like it gives that burning sensation. Adding pepper to it just be too much in your mouth. So I decided to just use mint rather to let it do that work of awakening your tongue instead of adding pepper.
I love it. It tastes different.
Okay, guys, take a bite.
Sorry.
Okay, so this is an Eiffel triffle. So this was one of my personal discoveries. So it's very much, so all the meals that we've created are very much Afrocentric, which is a touch of, you know, a foreign touch to it, you understand?
Okay.
Because I'm very much an African, I want to show that. So this is actually mashke. Yes. So it's an Eiffel triffle, so it's mashke at the base. Mashke with pepper. Now I know it may sound very weird, but it's mashke.
Pepper?
Jesus is Lord!
Now I know relax, you enjoy it. The mashke with pepper may sound very weird, but the pepper like what you have with the mint, the pepper is just supposed to do that work of, you know, awakening your taste buds. Then on the second layer we have blueberries and dates. So we have blueberries and dates in there. Then at the top level, the one that's looking a bit blue is actually banana. We just added a bit of color to just give it that difference in, you know, layers. Then at the surface we have a bit of date at the corner. We have granulated cashew, and then we have coconut flakes, right? So you don't just eat it from the door. You eat it. You dig deep to eat it all in. So we're gonna do it together. All right. So are you ready? So you dig in deep. Let's go. All the way down. Then you pull it up, and then into your mouth. Ready? Let's go. So you can feel the pepper in there, but it's not
a chewy taste from the
good. Voila. That is the goal.
So rich.
Thank you very much for being on today's episode of Shenuel with Buffon avec Raymond. So stay tuned for more exploited recipes. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
You too.